My name is Mirza Chowdhury, the owner of Panahar Bangladeshi Cuisine in Atlanta, Georgia. I was born in Dhaka, Bangladesh in 1962. The very first impression of the U.S. is that it's spacious, it's large, it's big. I mean, everything is huge. If it is reversed, like if anybody from the United States goes to Bangladesh, they would be, even without any reason, just subconsciously they'll be claustrophobic. And from there, you come to United States in Atlanta in 1980, where in 1980 Atlanta was actually way less crowded than what it is right now. Way less crowded, a lot more trees. So that's the very first impression you get. I mean, there's so many little things. The food, the very first impression that you get about food, that American food tastes absolutely horrible. I mean, seriously. Because the biggest difference, and now it is no difference to me, but the biggest difference is that everything is undercooked. Fortunately, I came over here and stayed with my uncle, so I was eating Bangladeshi food. But food outside, I couldn't eat it. Even though when I was in Bangladesh, there was this big full-page advertisement for a Big Mac. So when I was leaving the airport, my uncle asked me, what do you want to eat first? I said, the very first thing I want to eat in America is really a Big Mac. And we actually did, from the airport, we went to a McDonald's and I had a Big Mac. And it was way smaller than I thought it was going to be. But I thought that was just awesome because hamburger was not as undercooked as steak is, or a broiled chicken is. That was the airplane food. I still remember the airplane food. It was basically broiled chicken and steamed vegetable and things like that. Meat is very expensive in Bangladesh, extremely expensive. So from that perspective, I thought this was just absolutely the best thing in the world. But now I do not eat hamburger. Going back to a little bit also, you talk about childhood and coming to United States. One little history. In Bangladesh, the grocery store paper bags, they're made from used or old magazine papers. So when I was growing up, every time I would go to a store or market and all the groceries that would come in after we take the groceries out of the bag, I would actually unwrap or open the grocery store bags and I'll read it. So that was my way of reading about the United States. It's from grocery store bags. And you read advertisement after advertisement of Big Mac. That was the biggest thing and Coke. But Coke you have in Bangladesh. Even at that time we had Coke. So my exposure to United States was actually through used magazine pages from Bangladeshi grocery store bags.